How do you feel that this affects us today?
I think that it's 100 years too late, obviously, but I mean, it's jolly good that it's happening. I'm absolutely thrilled. I mean, one woman in, I don't know, Westminster Square is better than no women in Westminster Square. I would like to have 50% of women over there, and I think until we do, we won't have, the equity for women that we actually need.
Do you think that some of what Millicent has done still how does that relate to modern people who didn't go through suffrage or anything?
Well, I think people are forgetting. Too many people are forgetting that to vote is a right, but it's also a privilege.
Oh, yeah.
And in many parts of the world, you don't have that privilege, and that we should be making the most of it. And we should be making the most of it not only just by voting, but looking at why we are voting, and not just picking numbers out of our hat or whatever, but sitting down and thinking about what it is you're voting for and making wise and reasoned choices. We live in a democracy, we're lucky to live in a democracy, but we must make that democracy work for us.
Do you think that this will mark any change in current government, especially with Sadiq Khan now in power?
I think, we are seeing changes, in the recognisation that women have not always been paid the same as men, and we have a lot of MPs who are supporting us, all cross-party, people from all parties are supporting the Women Against State Pension Inequality, because we are women from a generation that fought to get equality in the workplace for many people, and now at our time of life now, it's a real struggle. So I think that the government does know about our situation and is worried about it, because it not only affects women, but it affects partners, husbands. So yeah, I mean, I think time is coming for drastic change.
Do you think, do you want this to be enshrined in law, or do you want it to be purely voluntary?
We would like it to happen one way or another. We're not actually saying how it should happen, but we were saying it should happen, and we're petitioning those in power to make sure that it does. At the last election, only 12 extra women were elected. At that rate, it will take 50 years to have gender equality, and we've got to do better than that.
Do you think Sadiq Khan's government is doing anything about women's inequality?
Absolutely. This statue is such an important symbolic gesture, and he's done a lot for that, and he's a proud feminist, so that makes a massive difference, yes.
Are you happy with Sadiq Khan's government and his stance on Brexit?
Well, if you're asking me if I'm happy with Labour, no. They're not opposition.